Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who do not know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today we are going to be talking about my 12-month declutter series that I'm going to be doing next year because I have a whole lot of stuff in my collection that I either don't touch or I just don't like and I don't know where I'm keeping it. But before we get on to that, I want to talk about something that happened today. I know this video is going up the day after, but I went live today. The live is still up. I'm going to leave it up. But I just want to make it very clear here on my channel that I will not condone racist, bigoted, ignorant behavior on my channel. I yesterday was not expecting anything like that to happen. I was like, oh, I'm just going to go live and do my makeup. A few people came on the live. I don't know if YouTube noted, I don't know if YouTube let everyone know that I was live yesterday. I know a few people said, oh, I had no idea. YouTube didn't tell me, which that's probably for the better. But I had a person with a very racist name, like screen name, appear in my comment section, and they just started all kinds of very racist talk, and I let them know I was not going to condone that. I was on my laptop because I had it sitting over here trying to get rid of them. I was flustered, I was upset, I was mad, and I was angry. I do not like things like that at all. I don't condone it. I don't like it. But one thing it did make me realize is that I need to be more like that in my everyday life. I need to kind of shut people down the way that I tried to shut this person down here on my channel in my real life. And I do try to do that in my real life, but I don't know that I do it in quite the way that I did there. And I think that was a good realization and a good lesson from today for myself. But from now on my lives, I will have a moderator. I will make sure one of either my YouTube friends is on to moderate or my best friend is awake and able to mod my comment section, because I don't want, for one, I don't want my subscribers being attacked. I don't want my subscribers seeing that. It was disgusting. And I just, I probably could have handled it a little better yesterday, but I was so mad. When I let them know that I was not in agreement with what they were saying, their attacks and their things went from just talking about what they wanted to talk about in my comment section and trying to get people to join this specific white supremacist group. And they turned it on me. And I probably should not have engaged them. I should have just gone on to my laptop and said, you know what? Hold on. I need to go take care of something. I'll be right back on the live. But instead, I kind of talked to them. And I'm not regretting what I said or what I did. I just think that I could have handled it a little differently. I mean, I flipped them off on camera. So, yeah. But that was after they started personally attacking me, telling me I was fat, telling me I needed to lose weight, telling me I was going to go to hell, and just a slew of other things that I'm glad I caught before I think they really showed. And I just can't believe there are people like that in the world. And that is just horrible and upsetting. And I cannot even begin to comprehend what people of color go through. And that just made me realize there is so much hate out in the world, and I don't want to be that place for anyone. And I am going to continue speaking up and saying things are wrong, and I'm really going to try and do that. And really try and do it more, because I know there are instances where I can and where I should have said more than I did. But I just want you guys to know that I'm not going to condone that on my channel. I'm not going to allow hate speech on my channel. I am not going to allow people to be racist in my comment section. That is not okay with me. And that will never be okay with me. I had a really hard time, and I was very, very upset and very emotional this morning and just trying to kind of wrap my head around it. I'm filming this at night, and I really kind of thought about some things, and just, I can't control what other people do, but I can control what I do. And that is what I'm glad I remember. I can control what I do, and I can stick up for people. I can be supportive and an advocate and show through my own actions where I stand, and I'm going to continue to do that because I was not happy with what happened this morning. I was disgusted and really upset, and it wasn't even the personal attacks. It was just that there are people out there who really, really believe that because they are white that they're supposed to be on the top tier of whatever social construct they believe in. And that is just wrong. Like, I just cannot believe that at all. And maybe it's because of how I was brought up. Maybe it's because of what I personally believe and things like that, that I'm never going to understand people like that. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the fact that I don't understand why they think that, because I don't want to ever think like that. And I don't want anyone thinking I condone that. And I think that's why I reacted the way I did in that live, and why I was just so beside myself in that live. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring this up because I don't want people to think that I'm going to ignore it or that I haven't done anything about it. I have. I actually sent screenshots and things to YouTube support, I believe is who I went through, and then they got me to whoever I was supposed to, and I blocked that account, as well as I silenced them and hid all of their comments on that live because no one else needs to see those. No one needed to see those. None of that needed to be said on my get ready with me about me getting ready to go to a hockey game, okay? Like, that did not need to be done. So that's where I stand with that. And we're going to go on and talk about my 12-month declutter series. I do have some notes here, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm a not so like techie person. I like to write my stuff down on a piece of paper. So what this 12-month declutter series is all about is each month I am going to declutter between 2 and 10 items, meaning that some months maybe I don't feel like decluttering anything, and other months maybe I really feel like decluttering and really getting in there. I can do more than 10. I'm just kind of giving myself that kind of that room, and I'm really hoping to declutter. I want to declutter about 50 products out of my collection. I do plan to start this officially in January. I'm going to kind of set some stuff up, start looking through my things, seeing what I can and what I'm willing to declutter. This is going to include brushes, as well as just makeup tools in general. Things that I know I need to get rid of because they're not going to last through the year for when I use them again, meaning Halloween stuff. Now, I know some of you are going to think this is wasteful, but I'm not throwing any of this stuff away unless it's old or expired. A lot of the stuff I'm decluttering, some of it's still like new or hasn't been touched. It's actually going to go to friends and family. And what they do with it, that's on them. But I'm really trying not to be completely wasteful in this because I know some people find declutters very wasteful, but I did want to let you know they are going to friends and family. Why am I doing this declutter? Why would I think of decluttering some makeup each and every month? I really want products that I actually really, really like. And I think decluttering things as well as doing my low buy is really going to help me get to that place where I'm happy with my collection collection, I don't feel like my collection's overwhelming, because there are some times where I do feel like it's a little overwhelming, or I don't have enough time to use this or use that. And I would really like to be able to use more of my products up and really project pan and do things like that, and really have those products that I really like in my collection. And some of the items in my collection I'm really holding on to for the wrong reasons. I'm not getting rid of them because I feel like I shouldn't, because I feel like at some point you guys are going to expect me to use them here on camera, and I really don't think I need that. I really don't think I need to feel guilty about getting rid of things that I'm not going to use. This is also a good way for me to show myself that I can part ways with things, and that I don't need everything in my collection to feel like I really have a decent collection, because that's not why I started doing makeup. I started doing makeup as a creative outlet, and I have a tendency with my creative outlets. I have a tendency with my creative outlets to really let them take over and to really, really put everything into them, which is a good thing, except for when everything becomes money and just things that I really should kind of pare down on doing and not buy so many things. I mean, I have so many foundations and things that I haven't even used, and I really, really want to use more of what I have in my collection. Is this going to be easy? Oh, heck no, it's not going to be easy. I might have to part with things that are just things that I think I need in my collection, or things that I just really want to have. And it's more because I don't use them, and some of these are so old that they actually do need to be decluttered. And I have to come to the realization that I'm not going to be able to use all of these items up. I'm not going to be able to use all of them in general. I can't put 50 eyeshadow palettes on my face all at once. I mean, I guess I could, but really, you can't on your eyes. Like, you can only use so much eyeshadow. How am I going to decide which items to declutter? So I'm planning on doing some palette chopping blocks. I'm going to have one up this week. I got this idea from Ravens, and I went and watched Kaylee Boute's, and I really like this idea. I really like that it's going to make me use some makeup that I kind of just leave sitting on my shelf, and I'm super excited about that. I'm also going to be doing a lot of reverse shop my stashes. I think that this is a brilliant idea, and I'm really hoping that by doing that, I will be able to showcase what I'm using, and I'll really get an idea of what I'm actually using out of my collection by doing those videos, and really have an idea of, oh, I'm not really reaching for this palette. Again, my goal is to declutter at least 50 products this year. I was going to set it really high at 100, but I just don't see myself actually decluttering 100 products. But I can see myself decluttering 50 products out of my collection. At the beginning of 2019, in January, I'm really going to start this declutter series off by focusing on items that I've had for 5 months or longer. Meaning newer items, I'm not necessarily going to declutter. It could happen, but they're not going to be my 100% focus. I do know I have one newer item in my palette chopping block series that I'm going to start, but we'll talk about that one when we get to that video. I really want to focus on the things that have been in my collection for a while and really kind of think about, do I need them in my life? Do I need them in my collection? Am I using them? And that type of thing when I go ahead and do this declutter series. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do this at the beginning of each month or at the end of each month. I'd actually like to hear your thoughts on that. Would you like it to be a beginning of the month thing where I kind of start fresh and declutter a few things? Or would you like to see it at the end after I've kind of gone through and used products? Let me know that down below. I'm really kind of hoping that this helps me simplify my collection and really kind of helps me be creative. There's something about when I kind of take things out of my collection or kind of confine myself that I can start feeling really creative. And I'm super excited to do this series. I really want to see if I can actually get rid of 50 products out of my collection. I really hope that this helps me to keep the products in my collection that I really love and to really get some good use out of those products. I think that this is also going to kind of improve my project planning and kind of help me hone in on the products that I'm really looking for, especially with doing a low buy next year. I think that this declutter series and this low buy are really going to be beneficial to me. I know that neither is necessarily going to be easy, but I think it's going to be worth it. Well, if you guys would give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, it does mean the world to me. Well, thank you again, and bye!